I'm one of those brothers, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, in order for me to get sleep, for real, at this point, like my girl, she the only one probably get me go to sleep. Like I be over there, right? We watch a movie, whatnot, and
Hey,
and man, she start rubbing the back of my head, dog. She like rub the back of my head. I'm like a little puppy, dog. Like a little puppy,
y'all
dog.
Netflix and chill
This
moments.
is not a Netflix and chill moment, man. No, look, we'll be up till like 1 or 2 o'clock. She'll be like, "Hey, aren't you tired?" I'm like, "Nah." 1 hour, 1 hour.
Nah, the rubbing the head. That's a secret weapon.
Man,
Yeah,
it must be. Yeah,
You go to sleep like that.
I'm talking about 5 minutes, dog. It's a wrap.
Not even 5.
I'm too tough. I can't. I gotta fight it. I'm not just about to let you put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a horse tranquilizer.
If I'm comfortable and she get to doing it,
No,
right.
it's so bad that if she start doing that stuff standing up, dog. If I'm standing up, she start running back in bed. My head start falling over. Look, it's retarded, man. But yo, hey, I'm Dante.
I'm cute.
Hey, we're just men. You know how we do. Listen, it's been a great second season.
Yeah, Happy New Year to
Merry
everybody.
Christmas, Merry Christmas, Perky.
Hope y'all had a very special and good holiday.
Absolutely. You know, it's all about love and family. It used to be about Jesus, but we already know that's not his birthday. Just saying, those who didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah,
No,
I didn't know that.
Okay, I mean, just in case. You know, I didn't want to like rain on your parade just in case you still thought it was his birthday.
No.
How old would he be like if it was his birthday?
I ain't even finna say up in a lie. I don't know. I have no clue.
You know, but hey, you know, welcome. Hey, thank you all to everybody who tuned in this whole season. There's, I mean, some memorable moments. We're gonna go through a couple of our favorites, but cute man. Let's talk about some of these scores, bro.
Scores. So we got the college football championship. We got Georgia versus Alabama.
You don't sound like you excited about that game at all. We got Georgia and Alabama.
I mean, I'm a Texas fan.
Longhorns?
Longhorns, hook 'em.
Really?
But
You know, in like 10 years.
we don't talk about that.
Oh,
okay. But Georgia, Alabama favored by 4 points.
Should be 40, but okay.
Should be 40. You're crazy.
Listen, I respect what Kirby Smart has done to this point.
Do you?
But I just can't listen. I've been in Georgia for 13 and a half years. I'm from Pittsburgh. Here's what I've seen.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
I come from a championship town. Now, I'll
town.
be that professional.
Gosh.
Penguins, Steelers, and Pirates. You know, and you got the Pittsburgh Panthers. You know, the college team. But what I do know is this: every time they get to the show, they almost get there. Like, they
don't have Mark Richt no more. No disrespect to Mark Richt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because you made a comment about Georgia not being in this situation again. And I'm gonna tell you why this is only the beginning.
Oh wait, so you think this is like a run for them? Like,
well, see what you finna see, like a lot of people is, if you notice, Alabama ain't been as dominant. And see, yes,
how Alabama hasn't been as dominant, and it's still
love Nick Saban, but Lane Kiffin was getting a lot of the offensive recruits.
Okay.
And Kirby Smart was getting a lot of defensive recruits.
Okay.
What you're finna start noticing, this is why Georgia's defense so good, is Kirby Smart finna start taking a lot of these players that normally go to Alabama, and they finna start going to Georgia.
Now, why would they want to do that?
Because for who you're playing for. You're playing for Kirby Smart, who teaches you from an NFL level, your terminology, all that is at an NFL level. So you come in, it's just, think about why Alabama's defense all these years have just been so good. They don't, everybody think they rebuild. They don't rebuild. They just reload the chamber with another, here and there.
Okay.
And basically, you getting people to come there, produce in the role that they in, but wait your turn.
All right, let me ask you this. All right, who in the NFL right now, just off the top of your head, from Georgia, who's still killing it right now?
Anybody?
Yeah, just anybody.
AJ Green.
Okay, been in the league for a while. Okay, for sure.
Who else? Ty Gurley.
Is he killing it? Okay, all right.
Is he killing it? He might win MVP.
Okay.
As a running back.
Okay, all right. I'll give okay.
You got some defensive people across the league that's from Georgia.
All right, I just listen.
My thing is, I
want it for Georgia. I do. You know, I don't want to see. I would love to see Alabama, just like I would love to see the Patriots get their tail whooped. I would love to see the Alabama, you know, the Crimson Tide get beat down in the big show. You know, even Clemson didn't really beat them down. They won, but they didn't beat them down. You know, they couldn't really stop them. I would love to see it. You know, the Tide get rolled over. I just don't think it's gonna happen with Georgia. Not this season. Rose Bowl, y'all got that. National championship, no, I just can't see it.
I haven't picked my winner. Yeah, who I think I'll win.
So
but
if you had to put your money on it,
it's hard. I typically don't bet against Nick Saban.
Okay.
Especially with championships online.
Yeah.
But you know, the one thing why it's just hard for me just to just pick Georgia is the quarterback situation. And when you're playing Alabama, I don't know how that. You know, I don't really know.
What's the quarterback's name? Jake Fromm?
Yeah.
Fromm? Yeah. I mean, look, he's gonna be. I think he'll be a legit quarterback in the league. I mean, he could definitely be another Andrew Luck, in my opinion. But
I wouldn't go that far. I haven't seen enough yet.
Andrew, all right. To be honest, all right, let's switch over to the NFL. Has Andrew Luck even really realized his potential? Let's be real. He has not shown. He has not really shown up the way everybody thought he has. He's decent, but he's not that great.
Well,
man. He's like a Romo right now.
To me, the situation that he's in, like I tell everybody this. It's hard to play quarterback when you getting the shit knocked out of you every time you drop back, throw the ball. Like, the man, Andrew Luck, been injured for what, a whole year, 2 years now?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What was supposed to just been something going on with the, something with his shoulder, I think.
Okay, that's fair.
Rotated cuff, maybe.
Yeah, you can't. I guess you can't really be mad at him for that.
You know, so, I mean, that just show you when you getting hit all the time trying to throw and stuff, you know, nah. Now, you see flashes of what Andrew Luck can be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I do think he's a decent quarterback. He's solid. I wouldn't say he's elite. I don't think he's one of the elite quarterbacks in the league.
He probably, that window's probably passed. I mean, with all these injuries the last couple of years, I can't see him ever getting to the status of elite. What about all right? So you know you got the Falcons. They're playing the Rams. Who you got?
Hate to do it, but I don't really hate to do it, but the Rams. I think the Rams are going. I just don't know. The Falcons too inconsistent.
I'm with that.
You know, I don't really know.
What about Jacksonville and Buffalo?
Ooh. On one hand, that's a game you just don't know. You don't know.
What you mean?
Cause bro, Jacksonville could show up. They got home field advantage. They got all these. And drop a goose egg, and Buffalo can beat the brakes off them. Or it could be they come out there, they do what they supposed to do. Blake Bortles show out, Fournette get $130, you know, maybe 2 touchdowns, and they beat the brakes off Buffalo. You just don't know.
Here's what I love about this playoffs is that this season has a bunch of Cinderella stories. Teams that, in all likelihood, you didn't really see still being in the hunt. I don't think anybody like Buffalo actually has a chance to like make it past the first round.
You know,
since when?
You know, I'm still a little sick.
I know you are. I know you are. Wait, I just want to let's clarify this. He has not. We made a bet that he, if my Steelers, first round bye by the way, if they beat the Ravens, that he would wear some Steelers memorabilia. And I have not made him wear it. But tune in, stay tuned. The finale episode is coming up. More likely next week or maybe the week after. But when you tune in, my man right here is gonna be rocking some Steelers gear, championship version, baby.
If I throw up, don't.
Look, let me tell you something. He's gonna actually transform into a Power Ranger. He's gonna be the Black Ranger, the black and gold Ranger. He's gonna love it. I think he's gonna You might even be a Steelers fan after that. Something happens when you put on that terrible.
talking about some damn, I'd be a Steelers fan. I would never.
Something
ever
happens when you put on that championship
ever,
black and yellow.
Yeah, you
Something
get
happens.
sick.
You start being a winner. You start to believe.
Y'all are the worst fans ever. Pittsburgh fans are the worst fans ever.
He's salty.
When you win, oh, they up in your face. They, oh, this and that. And then when you lose, all they want to talk about is, but we got 6 rings, though. We got 6. When's the last time? What have you done for me lately? When's the last time? When is the most recent championship?
Let me tell you something. Last year, we knocked y'all out. This year, y'all got knocked out. Don't matter. As long as y'all not in the playoffs, I don't got to see y'all. I'm good.
This is my thing.
This your thing.
The end result for both of us was the same, right?
No, we still made it to the championship. Look, I'll take championship.
Did you win the Super Bowl?
Look, I'll pick it 2 rounds.
Did you win the Super Bowl?
Nah.
All right. End of discussion.
Oh man, shoot.
I didn't win last year. Your ass.
Hey, look, we still get something for winning the division.
Yeah, them hats y'all got.
Man, whatever. T-shirts and all. I'll take it. I'll gladly.
We got Kansas City and Tennessee.
Kansas City all day. I don't give Tennessee a chance. That's just me.
I'm not completely right in Tennessee, y'all, but if Kansas City do what they're supposed to do, I think it'll be over very quickly.
I heard that.
So one more game. Saints Panthers.
Ooh.
Now
that's the game I watch.
Yeah.
All right, so it's redemption, right, for Cam, because
been in the playoffs.
You've been in the playoffs.
What happened when it was in the Super Bowl?
You're not. I mean, you last year you didn't make the playoffs, so now you're in the wild card. You're in. I mean, you're for all intents and purposes, you're in. You just got to win. But the Saints, you gonna bet against Drew Brees?
Not the way he's playing now, and then when they got Kamara and the Saints at home.
Do Saints have a good enough defense to stop what the Panthers got going on right now?
The way they playing right now, I would say yeah.
So money on the line, Vegas. Where you going?
I don't know, bro.
You just did. You know what I think it is? I think you're so afraid to say black and gold because it reminds you of the Steelers. You don't even want to say, every time you see black and gold, you don't even want to think about it.
First of all, yeah, it's not the same black and gold.
It's not, but anyway, it's reminiscent.
I don't know, man. The Saints, that's another one of them games you don't know, because I mean Drew Brees can come out there and throw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns and they win the game. But then on the flip side, Carolina defense could come out there, flip the switch, and look just dominant. So
I'm going Saints, dog.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pick the Saints, just because I think Drew Brees and what they got working on offense right now. But it wouldn't surprise me if Carolina beat them.
Okay, hey, that's what's up. Look, y'all, that's my man Big Q with the scores. Appreciate it, man. Your predictions. Listen, we've had some amazing episodes. I mean, we had some, real kind of in your face, really getting at you. We've had some episodes where we're just kind of, some tomfoolery for real.
Yeah.
But there's a couple episodes, at least in my opinion, through this second season. Again, thank you so much for everybody who's tuned in. I just love it, man. I go back and I rewatch it. Like I'm still learning something from what we did back then.
I think it's definitely teaching tools.
For sure. Like, all right, so look. I got to scroll back. We got a lot of them, right? Y'all know the last one we did, 10 Steps to Losing a Good Man, right? I know it's the most recent, so I can recall it pretty easily. You don't realize this. We're not trying to tell you, that y'all just don't all, we're not trying to bash you and nothing like that. We're just trying to say, listen, if you got a good man, there are things that you should realize that you might be doing. You might be doing to drive that away. Even if, let's say you want a man, you want a good man, or you want a good relationship, but you don't even realize that you are literally putting out this energy or putting out these negative things to keep that thing from coming towards you. it's the law of attraction. A little bit of law of power. And if you want a certain thing, you have to position yourself to get that. And if you're not putting out the right bait, if you're not,
and to that, putting yourself in the right position doesn't mean go seeking for it. Just means I know this is what I want, but let me focus on me, work on me, do the things that I need to do for myself, love myself. And at that time when love supposed to find me, it'll find me.
True.
I think too many people really look at relationships or look at, I want that in every relationship or every time you encounter somebody or it's somebody that you get butterfly feelings for, like you're trying to go get that. You're trying to make that situation what you want instead of just letting it come to you and naturally happen.
Now I'll be honest with you. I think that when it comes to relationships, there's so many different types of relationships out there these days, right? I agree with letting things happen naturally. Some things just are supernatural. Some things happen and the vibe is just there. Like you can't put your finger on it. It's just that je ne sais quoi. You really can't, like, it just happens. It's there. Some things take a little bit more work. In my personal opinion, I feel like this. It's not about, I do think that everybody should work on themselves. Everybody has to position themselves mentally, emotionally, physically, to be in the right position, or at least a good position to receive what you're asking for. Be what you are looking for, essentially. But the other side of it is the kind of law of attraction is you kind of have to love the thing before you even get the thing. In church, we say, speak those things as if they are, or as if they were, right? Something like that. Speaking into existence, right? So I'm like, I have to love it before I even get it. So for example, if I want a husband, or if I'm single and I've been single for a while. Well, no, if I'm a female. If I'm a female, I want a husband, right? And I'm single. I've been single for like a year or two. When I set the dinner table, do I set two plates down? Or am I only setting one? Am I only making, I might not cook for two people, but am I setting the table for two? Or am I only setting it for one?
I'm setting it for one. Fuck it. Ain't
okay, but law of attraction states that you are pushing that thing further away from you.
Perfect example. I'll give you a personal story.
Oh, here we go. I'm ready for it.
Personal story. Long story short, me and one of my closest friends in college get an apartment. He has a girlfriend. I don't. I give him the master bedroom. Dude, you got the girlfriend. Go ahead. I'll take the other room with the bathroom and all that. So, fast forward time. He spent a lot of time with his girl. Little old me, single, go to work, come home. Mm-hmm. I used to sit on my back porch and pray and talk to God and tell him everything that I wanted in a woman. Mm-hmm. So I was putting it in the universe that this is what I was looking for and that's what I wanted. Yeah. Now the timetable on their return wasn't like this, but I ultimately got what I wanted. But I wasn't doing things like, oh, I'm going to set. I cooked. Let me set 2 plates. Let me fix a lunch. Let me prepare myself. Let me get in husband mode for. When I do that, I wasn't doing those things though. Right. But I had put what I wanted out there. Right. So
you had to essentially become, position yourself to go on and have that thing. And so that's my thing. It's like not only position yourself and work on yourself and be your best self for the other person, because y'all two are your whole individuals. And that's why I love that episode, because it really, I want you to think, and it goes for men and women. And we're gonna have another episode with the second version of that episode later. Mm-hmm. But it's just want you to think about the fact that, hey, I want this. Am I positioning myself to get it? Am I doing the things that would attract that person to me? Just being real. So law of attraction, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think more often than not, if you're doing the things, position yourself, you'll get it.
One of my favorite was definitely no shortcuts.
No shortcuts.
The process, the 4 C's. The process of the 4 C's. And I think the reason why that's one of my favorites is just because no matter where you apply those things, what type of relationship, whether it's bros, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, boss, employee, regardless, any type of relationship, those are the 4 things that revolve and make relationships
Absolutely.
go. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So even you know, parent a child, like
Absolutely.
just relationships. Period. Like you gotta communicate.
Yeah.
You gotta be committed to
Absolutely.
making that relationship the best it can be.
Absolutely.
You gotta be consistent.
Yeah.
And you gotta communicate. Or did I say communicate?
Yes, conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to resolve conflict with each other.
Ain't that big. Most people, I don't think. All right, see, in my household, there was one way to resolve conflict.
Oh, we throwing them things?
Nah.
Oh.
Just do what your parents said, or you'll get your ass whooped. That was the resolution.
I mean, it's always
just do what you do. You know.
Most of the time, it's either
Kids these days, man, they can talk. I seen these. I'm talking about black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, don't matter. Kids in Walmart. But mom, if I would have said, "But mom," to what? My lip would have been popping. Had a little trickle of blood right here. I'm like, I'm gonna call, see what she said. Go ahead. That's what my mom said. She said, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
I'll beat you, and then I'll make sure they pack a bag for you. No problem. She wasn't scared of that. She.
Oh, I already told my wife. I was like, if they ever, I'm gonna call the police. Oh, really? I call them for you. Ew, I'm finna beat their ass, and this is the address.
Yeah, that was my mom, man.
You know, like, come on.
Yeah, that definitely.
And that's part of the problems of this younger generation. Just think about the differences. Like, they don't have to go outside. They don't go outside.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing this. I mean, they getting phones at fucking 7 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I was 7, Mom, can I use your phone? Boy, if you don't get on my face and go play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Interpersonal relationships it's a problem. That's why dating is so hard. Now, granted, you off the market, me, I'm off the market. But I'm just happy that it's sad to see how interpersonal relationships and communication and just conversation is just so hard for just everybody. You know, everybody, all the millennials, all the Gen X's. Why is it so hard to communicate? Now, I will say I give a lot of kudos to the teens coming up because there is a lot of differences between millennials and this other generation coming up behind them. They are like, you know what? I don't have to be attached to my phone. They're a little bit more, social conscious, a little bit more.
Ain't no in between the millennial and the previous generation.
I think there is, but I don't know what it's called.
I'm classified as a millennial, but I don't believe I behave as such. So
I should have been born when Marvin Gaye was born. I'm old school with it.
I got an old soul.
Old soul. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
Hey, another one that I love, man. Let me tell you. I know it's crazy. It wasn't like the most thought provoking, maybe, but I got a question.
Yeah, I like that one.
Because we don't know everything. Not a single person on this planet knows everything. The Bible says that we know in part, we prophesy in part. So everything that no matter who we study, no matter who we listen to, no matter how, I wouldn't idolize anybody, but no matter who we're working with or who our mentor is, they don't know everything. The pastor don't know everything. The bishop don't know everything. The pope don't know everything. So it's just really interesting, the questions that we all have. It's okay to not know everything. But the fact that we're thinking about it is important. Because at some point, we are going to know the truth. The truth. Not our truth, not your truth, but the truth.
And even the thing with that is important for men, like to have conversation, to ask questions, to sharpen each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know everything. And a lot of times we get into this shell of like, we got all the answers. Like, I'm a man, I figure it out. I don't need no help, this and that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of being a man, like actually having manhood.
Yeah.
It's not worrying about how that looks or how that hurts your ego. You know what I'm saying? It's just about being real. And I got a question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even with that, why we don't understand why we have an ego, but there's a reason why we have it. to put a man down because he has an ego, that's like you're shooting down the part of like the internal workings of a man. We didn't choose to say when we're born put in a code and now he has an ego. No, we're born with it. It's like you're born with women are born with a natural intuition to just have a feeling about something. It's like a sixth sense, and that's just dangerous. That's real.
God said, okay.
a little
bit of this.
Sometimes I think that's why I believe in psychics, dog. Because I'm telling you, I done messed with women that I was not always a good guy, but I wouldn't even have to tell them nothing. They already knew.
Man,
I'm talking about detail, bro. They're like, I had a feeling that was who it was. I'm like, I didn't even.
It's a special gift
Clearly.
that we don't have.
But you know what I'm saying? Our ego, though, man. Our ego's like think about it. If we weren't confident when we walked into some of these women, if we weren't confident in our jobs, if we weren't confident in our families, how can we really be the light that God calls us to be? That pillar.
Now, confidence and ego,
They work hand in hand.
I don't think so.
I don't think you can be confident as a man without a little bit of an ego. It's
a little bit of an ego.
Everything has a level of self-control in it. You can't go off the deep end, But that's one of my favorite. Asking questions. I love asking questions. I love conversation.
I agree. My other favorite was tripping.
Yeah.
Like that was just, it was a fun episode, but it was just we always tripping.
Y'all still tripping.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like every day, either yourself, somebody somebody you come in contact with, tripping. So like that episode was definitely funny. And it was just like, the message wholeheartedly was just stop tripping. Stop worrying about things that you can't control. Stop worrying about, this person and that person. Like, focus on you. Stop tripping about this. Stop tripping about that. Everybody just chill and try to be the best you can be.
Now I'm gonna go. Now it's 2018. It's a new year. I'm not about like resolution and like that, but I do believe in progressing. So this is what I say. I'm gonna differ and say, don't focus all solely on you this year. Figure out a way for you to be a blessing to somebody else. Martin Luther King said, the measure of a man is not what he is able to attain for himself, but what he is able to do for another person. How are you able to serve? How are you able to give? I believe that the Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you. Shaken, pressed down, running over. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, yes, I want to be the best person I can be. I have to do that self-inventory thing, right? I got to think about how I move and how I talk and how I am. Mm-hmm. But how I give back to my surroundings, the energy that I put out into the world, how I love others. That's how, I'm going to show my relationship with Christ. That's how I'm going to show show myself approved. When at the end of this life, at the end of this whole thing, even at the end of this year, if I have not helped one person, like this year was a bust for me.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a progression of oneself. Like when you go working on yourself is your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your emotional.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if you really truly working on yourself and you're working on all aspects of you, think out of that, your progression, you'll have things like that. Like you'll realize moments of when God puts something on your heart. You'll realize moments of, or you have a spiritual discernment of like, you ever like been out and somebody's like, oh, can you help me and my family? I lost my job, or something like that, and they approach you about money.
Yeah.
And like some people, like just personally, like at times I was like, yeah, hold on, I got you. And in my mind, I'm going in the store and I'm like, that's a little fishy. Like you just came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? and then it's times like where I've literally like walked out of the store. It's happened. I'm just like, okay, cool. You mind if I pray for you, this and that? And so I just think like it's as you evolve, you know what I'm saying, you will start to see spiritual growth if you truly seeking God first in all that you do, like the word says.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then as far as working on yourself, like those are fruits of your labor.
I heard that.
Um,
And for those of you who don't really, if you're watching and you don't really know God like that, and you're not really seeking God, and you may have questions about, whether there's a God in and of itself. Let me tell you, there is one. However, I would simply say we didn't get here by osmosis. We didn't. And we would both be foolish to think that we had everything to do with it ourselves. But happy 2018. Next, the final episode is going to be how to lose a good woman, 10 steps.
10 steps.
10 steps. So, ladies, this is for y'all.
Yes.
Men, I hope y'all are watching.
Get your list ready.
Yeah,
ladies,
get a pen and pad, fellas, because they're gonna be dropping some knowledge, and it will have a special guest for y'all. So just get ready. It won't be the last time. We're gonna be rolling out the 3rd season. Y'all definitely gotta be ready because we're gonna have a whole bunch of.
We're finna take off. We're finna take off.
About to go to a whole nother level in 2018.
We're gonna have some new things for y'all. Some more edgier videos.
Edgier. That's the word you want to go with. Okay.
Okay. Raw.
Oh, edgy to raw. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Levels to this.
Meek did say it was levels to this.
There's levels to this. Hey, I want to forever, man. Ever, man. I'm sorry. We was talking about that song. Listen, it applies.
Drake and stuff.
Old Drake is still good Drake. I mean, it's Drake.
Speaking of applies, shout out to my rock.
I'm done. Yo,
I'm Q.
I'm Dante. We're just men. Listen, y'all can follow us.